Sorry, I'm just trying to type one thing up. Well, thank you for taking the time to join me.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
glad.
I had initially I had reached out because if I'm remembering correctly, you had started a trial on Demio, and I just wanted to see, how it was going, if you had any questions, and how I could help.
Okay. First of all, my name is Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Yeah, I'm Jonathan, and I'm from Uganda.
A note here so I can change that on the profile. Perfect. My name is Nick. I'm over here. I'm in Seattle, Washington.
Oh,
So
wow.
exact opposite side of the world.
Okay, nice meeting you, Nick.
You as well.
Yep. Yeah, so Jonathan is my name from Uganda. 24 years. And I started up a community-based organization called USETECH. We're dealing in IT. We are training refugee youth some IT basics, especially Microsoft packages. Um, we're doing Photoshop trainings, Premiere Pro trainings, and then Kobo and Kobo Collect, like data and research. Yeah,
Okay.
so we happened yesterday to attend one of the trainings that were carried out by Jana. She's a USA-based lady. She also deals in data and research trainings. Yeah, so like the training we had yesterday, it was we were using, is it Demio?
Yep.
Yeah, we are using Demio. And then I also felt so I really saw it. It was really nice. And I was like, since we always carry out like online teachings, maybe we can try it out and we see how best it works, how beautiful it is. Because really, when I was trying that demo, I saw it was really nice because after the meeting, it gives you the analysis, it gives you everything. So that's why I tended like to try it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be very glad and very happy maybe if you give me more details about it because like when I was trying it out, I never saw where I could like record a video, where I could share my like present. I didn't see all that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we do this? Is I'm going to share my screen and I'm just going to jump into Demio and show you some of the basics. That way you can create during your trial, you can create a event, get a chance to test it out, see how it works, and really make sure it's something that would work for you.
Okay.
I have to commend you. That's really awesome what you're doing, teaching people, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, okay, let's get into my system here. Sorry, I have to log in. I haven't been in for the past little bit, so it makes me log in again.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I get it in time? I did. All right. So let's share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen here?
Not yet, but I can see Nicholas has started sharing the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, now I can see the screen. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
So this right here is Demio. Now, whenever you do an event, it's automatically going to record. So you don't have to press anything. It does it for you.
Sure.
And so when you're hosting a class, the moment you start that class, you will have a recording from beginning to end. The other thing that we're going to do different is our entire goal is you're looking at as a teacher. We want to tell you who's paying attention, who's participating, so you can see which one of your students you know, is really trying to learn versus those who are just taking the class and who might need extra help, is you'll be able to see that information. So let's start here. This is how you create a new event. And we have 4 different types of events. We have a standard webinar. So this is just a regular live webinar. If we were meeting on Demio right now, I'd be using standard. We have the series. So let's say you did a 4-part class. You could create a series, and that way people only have to register once, and they continue to get their join link without having to register multiple times. We also have automated on-demand and automated semi-live. So let's say tomorrow you're hosting a class and it goes amazing. You could take that recording and make it on demand and let people participate without you having to do anything more. Is they would be able to watch that recording, participate all the same, but they could do it in their own time. So let's go over. I'm going to jump into an event to show you. Once you get into an event, there's 4 tabs. All you do is you set up these 4 tabs, and then you are ready to start the event. So your first one is you pick a date and time for the event. Your second one, this is where you can design a registration page, email notifications. Your room is where you put in things like handouts, polls, featured actions, presentation materials. If you had PowerPoint slides or any kind of Google slides, you put them right in here. You could do a post-session redirect. You can control the chat. Event admins, if you had guest teachers or guest speakers, you could add them in. They don't need to have their own Demio account. You can add them in right here. General is just your time zone. I always recommend you're in Uganda time. So you would just put it in your normal time zone. It will convert for everybody else. So say somebody in the States wanted to join your class, it'll show it in their time zone, what time it starts. This share tab, this shows you the link so that you can share your registration page. And then your activity, let me go to a different event so I can show you how that activity works. I did that on somebody else's account, didn't I? Let's get back. Here we go. Let's go to this one. Okay. So you're going to have an activity page. The moment that your event is over, this page will fill up. And it's going to show you when people registered. It'll give you a breakdown of all their information. It'll also give you the entire chat transcript. So anything that people typed in during the event, you can come back and retrieve. I also kind of told you about this, is we're tracking how well they're paying attention. So this dark green line is everybody who's in the room. This light green line is how many people are paying attention. So if they click away to another page, it's showing that they left my event to go somewhere else. So it's not going to tell you where they went, but it's going to say, oh, they're not here anymore.
Yeah, they
so
went
I
away.
can say, oh, it's 6 minutes. I lost everybody's attention. What was I doing? And how do I make that better? Any polls, handouts, featured actions, they'll show up right down here. You can collect all this data. And so as a teacher, as somebody who is helping people, you can find out, you know, when they're paying attention, when you lose their attention, are they answering polls, and how are they answering polls? Very, very unique way of doing things. Now, I kind of clicked through it. All your past events.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Like, I would love to ask one question.
Yeah.
When it came to is it first go back to where I think on register, where there was low. I wanted to ask something small.
Say that one more time.
Loam, where there was loam. Like where those settings of general, what? I got a question.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask a question there. Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah,
what was your
so
question about setting
on
it?
Loom, you said that we can attach the charts, we can attach the presentations.
Yep.
How do I share my screen?
Let me stop sharing. Go ahead and share yours. Are you sharing your screen?
No, I asked like, how can I share my screen like when I'm teaching my pupils?
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you were asking to share your screen right now, and I was like, okay. Okay, so when you want to share your screen, we're gonna do this. We're gonna create a fake event, and we're just gonna jump in it so I can show you.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna schedule this at 2 a.m. Add event to schedule, and we're gonna join this room. Okay. So when you join the room, I am in the room, but my students wouldn't be in here until I start the event.
Yeah.
Now, once I've started the event, I can come on stage and off stage, and there's going to be icons down here so I can start sharing screen.
Go on stage.
So my camera and here. So now my camera and mic are on Demio as well.
I
And if
know.
I wanted to share the screen, I would just click there, and then I can choose the entire screen, anything like that. So you'll be able to share your screen, or you can upload presentation materials like a slide deck. Let's add one in. I have. Sorry, my most recent slide deck is a meditation that I lead. All right, so it'll take you a second to load in there, but once it does, I'll be able to show you how that works. And then I know I mentioned polls. You'll be able to share polls to your audience, and they'll be able to answer, and you'll be able to see how they answered, what they answered, anything like that. Sharing websites, sharing documents, you can do all of that. And then presentation materials. So these just loaded in. I can click through. And anybody who's in it as a teacher can do this as well.
Wow.
So it's very easy to use. It does take we have a lot of bells and whistles. We try to stay ahead of the curve. It takes practice, but once you get using it, it's very easy to use. Anything else I can show you on Demio?
I think that's all. Yeah,
Perfect. Well,
yeah, that's all. And I can really see it's really a wonderful platform that if we could adopt such technology into Uganda, it's really a nice thing for our learners.
yeah, for what you're doing, teaching the kids, it'll help. The way our system is designed is it's going to help you be the best teacher you can be, because it's telling you, when you have their attention, what you're doing, so you can kind of be like, oh, this is an area I can improve. It'll also tell you their involvement. It's like, hey, this person is really into this part of the class. Maybe I should invite them to a special section just on that. It allows you to be a little bit more direct and have that information in the back end. So it's a very unique platform for you to use in your situation.
That's true. So my next question, Meet join, because I saw I was on a free trial. Yeah, like how are your charging rates? How often do I have to maybe pay the money in case I'm gonna be using it? Yep.
Yep. So let me share my screen again. I'm going to go back to our pricing page. How many students would you say that you have on a class at one time?
I beg your pardon?
How many students do you have on a class at one time?
Okay, roughly from 10 to 20 always.
Or I guess, what's the most amount of students you've had in one class?
$500.
So this is for the year. We do offer monthly options, and this allows you up to 50 people in your classroom at one time. Now, if you wanted to do automated events, if you wanted to do customize the room, customize the branding so that it fits onto your marketing platform, you would probably want to go with growth. If you didn't need that, you'd be able to do the starter plan.
Okay.
And I don't know what the conversion is, but it would be 59 US dollars a month.
Per month, 59.
Yep. And if you pay per the year, you save 30%. And that's what your cost per year would be.
Okay.
And you'll have it, your year starts. So let's say you signed up tomorrow. You're going to have it for the entire year up until July 22nd of 2024. It doesn't work on a calendar. It won't stop like December 31st. It's through an entire year for when you signed up.
Yeah.
And you'll see, there are different plans.
Yeah, I can see startup, growth, premier, unlimited.
Yep. And I love the premium. The premium's what I have for my meditation company. But I don't think you would need it. Part of the main features that come with premium are integrations to HubSpot and Pardot. If you're not using a CRM, you don't need premium. Custom domains is the other big feature, but you know what? I would get on the platform, make sure you're happy with it before you invest in getting a premium plan. I would really look at the growth in the starter and really go from there to see what you like. The big difference between growth and starter is growth, you can do the automated events. So you can do on demand like Netflix and just do recorded classes for people to participate in. You can do the customizing of the room, the email branding, customizing form fields. So it does have some perks versus the starter, but the starter is a great place to start out at. And you can upgrade at any time. We can't downgrade though. So that's why, again, your situation might be good to start at starter. Make sure it's going to be what you want before you go up to growth, if that's what you choose to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all about the payments. That's all I wanted also to know. And
Okay.
I can really see, as long as we adopt this, it's gonna help us as Go USETECH. Yeah. However, since I've talked to you and I've known almost everything I wanted, maybe what I'm going to do is now to sit with my team. Then I first present the same thing you've just presented to me. I present to them. That's why actually I intended to record this meeting so that we can also have a view of what we have discussed. And then since I have your email, I'll have to let you know via email on what we have decided about.
Yeah, that's perfect. And what I'll do is I'll send an email if I haven't heard back by next week, mid next week. I'll send an email just to check in, see if you had any other questions, if we need to jump on another call or anything like that.